What's up, guys? It's me again, the me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy a good story. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? So, apologies for not recording a single video in a week. A lot's been going on, and let's just get on with the show. So, last we left off, I believe it was a time skip to when Deku went to the police academy, and so what age did I put him? 12, I believe. I I time skipped to when he was 12 and went to the police academy. Yeah. Now, at first, I was thinking I would like explain a bit of what happens during these few years of him being in there, but in fact, I'm going to actually skip that. I'll just give a little brief explanation and say Deku was one of the youngest people there, and since he had previous training, it wasn't hard for him to keep up with all these like master martial artists and whatever, whatever, you know, a bunch of background characters that are that will be there. But I guess I should introduce you to the instructor. This guy on the right with the black hair. That this this guy um just so happens to be Momo's brother. Yes, I am going to change a lot. Okay, I don't even know if Momo even has a brother, but in this one she has one. And this guy right here will be her older brother. Now, I didn't come up with a quirk for this guy because I just can't decide on it. But I'm open to suggestions, and I mean you can give one to this little guy as well, because he will be he will play a minor role, but it's still something he will be a part of. Oh, and I also neglected to choose names as well, as that's something I always forget to do. I may or may not come up with them later, but again, suggestions would help. You know, I've got a suggestion for Ava, and that name stuck. And yeah, so I if I like the name, I'ma keep it and use it on for other what ifs. And so yeah, uh, um, let's see, where should I start this story of? Um, I don't even know, man. Um, oh, I know. Why don't we start off to when Isuku is graduating from the police academy, as he graduated pretty early because of his efforts, sort of say, is the the graduation rate is like it differs between person to person. You just have to prove that you're ready and passed all the criteria. As Deku, he pretty much excelled at everything right off the back because he had early training, and plus his mother, you know, what's her name? June. Ooh, I almost said Jules for a second. But, that's a completely different character. Um, June would have trained him once he got a bit older, and she trained him in marksmanship, and things like that. And she sparred with. Ooh, excuse me. She sparred with him a few times, but most times he would um, train with his sisters. Yeah. Oh, and also, you know, uh, here she is. Um, Ray, Ray Torino. Uh, I made her like what 2 years older than Deku, which would mean she's a year older than 3 years older than May. So by the time May went to UA, Ray would be graduating from UA and becoming a hero. Yeah. So yeah, Ray here would be a hero by the time Deku became a police officer. Yeah, they would graduate around the same time. Yeah, and Ray would just be May would just be starting her hero career, training to be a hero. You understand. So that was a lot of explaining to do there. You know. So, mm, this was a bit boring so far. Let's see if I can spice things up a bit. So, a few days after Deku's graduation from the police academy, he was awarded for being so young, being the youngest on the force, actually. Um, 15, I believe. Yes. And yeah, 15. Deku would graduate from the police academy at 15, right? And he would then become a recruit and be a full time police officer. Yes? Yes. Okay. So his first day on the job, he walks in to the police station. Where everyone is. One of the headquarters. Deku would be entering. Right. Right. Okay. Let's let's see if I can do this. All right. So Deku would walk in. He would walk in with his instructor. The person who trained him for 3 years, and they would have gained a close bond with each other. As 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 this guy, don't really have a name for him yet. Uh, uh, since I made him Momo's brother, why don't I just call him Yaoyorozu? So Yaoyorozu is he's showing Deku around the headquarters, giving him a little tour and everything, and he's um he's introduced to um a lot of people. Is It's good to be social, be on good terms with everyone, but somewhere between This is just not working, is it? Nope. I, I, I just got these two what ifs mixed up in my head. It's hard to tell which is which, you know. But you know, I'm trying my best. And I know I'm not the best. I don't even know why you guys watch this stuff, seeing I'm so terrible at it. But I digress. I guess. Let's continue. So Yaoyorozu's explaining a few things to him. Well, they're just like standing out in the hallway, and they're looking through some windows, and they're like the windows are inside the building. It's just to show like the inside of this room they're standing outside of. Like they can't hear anything, but they see a large group of people in there talking, and like these people are like on computers and stuff. So it's like the tech room. You know, where all the where all the what's the word? It's like observers, people that watch their bags, watch the cameras and stuff. You, you know, that's this some other guy's job, by the way. You know, is he'll basically like help out the squad Deku would be in, and so like he'll come into the story later. Just pointing that out there, that they will be in squads, yes, and this guy would be behind one of the computer screens, looking through all the information and going through all the cameras and stuff like that. And so, excuse me, God interrupted me again. My own body. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's continue on. So, while Yaoyorozu's explaining things to Deku, and he's pointing out a few of the people that might end up on his his squad. Like you know, someone comes running through the hall. Well, not exactly running through the halls, but they bump into Deku, and they say a quick sorry and then quickly walk off. And this person happened to be her. Okay, so she. God dang it. I forgot the name I picked out for her. God dang it. Or did I even pick out a name for her? Ooh, you never know. Cause yeah, looks like I don't have a name for her anymore. But anyways, you guys could help me out with that, right? 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 I guess not. Okay. Anyways, so she quickly walked off, but took note of the new recruit she bumped into. She's going to apologize at some point later on. As Deku is asking Yaoyorozu, who was that? As Yaoyorozu is like, best not get involved with her. She's been through a lot. Let's give her space. As Deku's all like, okay. What do you mean by that? I expect all of you've been through a lot, right? I hear cops die all the time. And Yeah, you Rose who just looks at Deku with this shocked look on his face, like, are you like mocking us or something? Or like, do you want to be here? You know, like he has all these expressions on his face, but he's not saying a word. Right? But he brushes it off and continues to give Deku his little tour, and until ending up at the captain's office. And for for certain reasons, I don't have a picture of the captain yet, but it's not that dog guy. He's the captain of another headquarters, so not this one. But you know who is in that office? It's none other than June herself, Deku's mother, basically. Is no, she's not the captain, but she's like made it up the ranks to be like second in command. Is what's the term for it? Corporal, I believe. I think so. I don't really know. It's the second highest rank, right? But anyways, um, Deku introduces himself to the captain, and whatever. And it's just a long, boring scene as the captain is like trying to decide which squad to put Deku in. As yeah, you know what? No, I can't end it off here. It's too boring. It needs some action, don't it? Uh, this is this is this is terrible. Terrible story. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, hey, I know. Instead of telling you guys what squad Deku ends, instead of telling you guys what squad Deku ends up in, I could just go through May's entrance exam. Yes, yes, I can do that. You know, as she has been practicing with her quirk, but she still has trouble with it. As all her if you guys didn't watch the last part, I explained this. Her quirk is what is it? Elemental control. She's able to use all the elements, but she can't control them that well. So all of them end up mixing up together and just causing an explosion. And so she's yet to just use one single element, as she just uses all of them, which causes an explosion. But she can determine where that explosion will be. So yeah, and these explosions are much powerful than Bakugo's is. Yes, I have to explain that because Bakugo does have some powerful explosions, but hers is going to be stronger than that because it's more than just explosions. It's a lot of power being mixed up to each other and expanding rapidly. So there you go. So her entrance exam, she she's a she is a bit nervous, kind of how Deku was when in canon, but she doesn't trip. She's nervous, but she has confidence in herself. So so she walks in with stride. She walks in with a bounce to her step, pretty much. But once people start looking at her, she will like shy away, and she can't handle the attention quite yet. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. Her personality is, but she's trying to become a hero, so that's something that's she'll have to face in the future, you know. So she doesn't trip. She doesn't meet Uraraka, not quite yet. So normal events happen. It goes similar to canon. Take the written exam. You know, do that whole little explanation in the auditorium. President Mike does his whole speech, and Ida, being Ida, he says what he said, but he doesn't point anyone out because there's no one to point out. Because May would just sit in silence, not really saying much. Uh, you know, so 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 yeah. And oh yeah, yeah, Bakugo. Since no one commented that they wanted Bakugo to be a villain or not, if Bakugo would he would have gotten out somewhere at some time before the UA entrance exams, as he would be there participating in the entrance exam. So yeah, he'll still be there trying to become a hero. Okay, okay. So yes, Bakugo would be there, but obviously his personality would be a bit different. He would still think he's better than a lot of people. Excuse me. But he wouldn't be like threatening people. You know, he wouldn't be threatening to kill or tell people to die and stuff. But he'd still be a bit of a what's the word, a jackass, you know, or a smartass, whatever you want to call it, a jerk, an a-hole. You know, people are still gonna hate him, but for different yet similar reasons. So yeah, make him the same but not the same. That's what I'm trying to do. Um, so on to the actual fighting part. So they're outside the gate, right? Um, May would actually be be like somewhere in the middle of the line, and she would witness the scene of Ida grabbing onto Bakugo's shoulder. Yeah, as Bakugo was trying to walk up to the front, but it's pretty much the same scene, but instead of Deku, it's Bakugo. and and that just being touched Bakugo is already set off. Is he's angry, but Bakugo is holding it in. He's there. His veins is popping out, but he's not doing the little popping thing with his hands. You know what I'm talking about. As he's just standing there, as he slowly turns his head over to look at Ida, as Bakugo's like, "Don't touch me." Got that, Four Eyes? As he walks off, as Ida just had a face of horror because Bakugo's face was so contorted that he was just left shocked. You know, Ida was just left shocked. He didn't know what to say. He forgot the words he wanted to say to Bakugo as Bakugo stormed off. Yeah, he went straight to the front, and Ida forgot why he was trying to stop him in the first place. And so Ida figured to just avoid that guy from now on, and just focus on himself, because that's what the test is clearly meant for. And so eventually the doors open, and what's his name? President Mike would say what he said, tell them that there's no countdown in a um feel real battle. So go 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 go, and everyone takes off with May being a bit behind from everyone. Is it's a bit of it's a bit of a strategic thing. She wants to get an eye for the competition, is that's what she's seeing it as. But also not a good idea, since there's they're taking out the robots front, left, and center. Right, left, and center. My bad. I can't. It's been a long day. Okay. So so eventually May would run off in a separate direction than this main group was running. She don't know why they all ran in the same direction when it's clearly a competition, right? So you want to get to the robots before anyone else does. So why are they all grouped together, running just straight to the center of town? So I'll say she ran left past some alleyways. The first couple of buildings. Is she's still like near the wall. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, everyone ran straight to the center of the the miniature city, the battle zone, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? As essentially made to come across a couple of two pointers, as she took them out with a single explosion. Just one explosion took out both of them. As she's not even trying to like use her quirk the way it's meant to be used. With separate elements. As she just focused on making the explosion bigger or smaller, pretty much. She's using um, smaller explosions, you know, just so she doesn't deal too much damage. But the size of the explosion don't really matter. It has the same effect, no matter how big the explosion is. It's just the the affected space, that's the only difference. And yeah, uh, where where was I? Oh yeah, May took out those two pointers pretty easily and quickly, as it wasn't much really that difficult for her. And as I was saying earlier, she's not trying to use her quirk the way it's meant to be used. And in fact, she told everyone that her quirk is explosions. And when she uses her quirk, she just yells out explosion, you know. Um, yeah, and oh, and yeah, she trained herself so that she wouldn't need that stick, so so she could just point the explosion wherever she wanted to be. So yeah, she doesn't have that stick at the moment, but it will be part of her costume. You know, as what she has on now is pretty much her costume. Maybe just add a witch's hat to that. You know, um, as she will get completely in character with what her quirk is. You know. So some time has passed with her setting off explosions everywhere. You know, getting things done. Eventually, she would have came to this big clearing where Bakugo was just lighting robots up, you know, explosion after explosion. And she's like, hey, our quirks are pretty similar, but, you know, Bakugo didn't hear her, pretty much ignored her, but she just, let it be, and it's just like, well, some people really get wrapped up in their work, huh? Well, I guess I should continue on gathering points. Uh, I see a lot of people are keeping count of how much they have. Dang it, I forgot to keep count. Is that's when the zero pointer would have came out with Bakugo giving it a quick glance as he's just like he just scoffs at it and just keeps going after these the 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 normal robots. You know, he keeps gathering up points. And May is all like, wow, no, that's a big robot. I wonder if I could take that thing out. As right when she says that is when she hears a scream for help. And and May is all like, oh dear, that person needs help. Oh, um, and you know, as she says that, she sees people just running away to her direction, and she's like, "Is no one going to help her?" Wow, what a bunch of cowards! I thought this was supposed to be a hero school. Okay, I don't know why I just made her sound like that. I'm sorry. Um, so she would like g- go as fast as she can. As you know, when she does that, she does feel herself being a little bit faster than she normally is, and she doesn't question it, but you know, she just keeps on running. As as she got there in no time, as it was like in this miniature city, would have been like 5 blocks away to Uraraka, as she would have been running just as fast as Ida was, and Ida would have noticed that, and he's he's wondering why she wasn't going that fast this entire time, as because he would have kept an eye on her, because he's interested in people that it runs as fast as he does, as he sees them as competition. So Ida has his eye on her now. Um, I don't mean it that way, guys, but it could be that way. Yeah, um, it's not my intention when I said that, but it's in my head now. Yeah, if you want it, comment down below. You know. Alright, so when May got to Uraraka, it would be right before they got stomped on, but May would have blasted out an explosion. As this one would be just like this tennis ball. It would be the size of a tennis ball, as it would just like move through the robot. As it wouldn't just like explode. It would just like a fireball. Yeah, think of a fireball, pretty much. Yes, it would have just went straight through the robot, as it would explode. Yeah, as May wasn't intentionally trying to do that, but the result of what she was trying to do was the same, as it caused an explosion. The robot exploded, and yeah, so yeah, that's about all that happens. May pretty much took the robot out in one hit. It didn't even look like anything that huge. Is she completely disintegrated that robot, and so she rescued Uraraka pretty quickly and pretty safely, as there was no debris or nothing that went flying from the robot, as it all just disappeared pretty much. You know, poof, it's gone. You know, not even a crater to be seen. It was just gone. As May was surprised herself at what she just did, as she wasn't even trying to do that. But it worked. You know, and that's when May would have collected herself enough to offer Uraraka a hand and get the rubble off of her, and be her crutch pretty much. Is she would walk Uraraka to Recovery Girl. Well, not exactly to Recovery Girl. Recovery Girl would have went to them, but you know, May would have been helping Uraraka walk around pretty much, as they would have introduced themselves to each other, and pretty sure they became fast friends. Let's just leave it at that. as as they're well after Recovery Girl healed Uraraka, and everything that happened. Um, May and Uraraka ended up walking out together, and out of the entrance they went their separate ways, and they would have wished each other luck and hope they both got accepted in, and hope that they're in the same classroom, as you already know they are. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As when May got home, she would have told uh, she would have told everyone about her day and how she made a friend, and that that's pretty much it. You know, yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah, you guys wanted action, right? I gave you action. It's not it wasn't the best, but it was something. Pretty sure no one else did something like this. I'm starting to realize now though that most of my what ifs I don't even like send Deku to UA, and instead I replace him with someone and focus on them. It happens sometimes. It's just things not you know I gotta go through this to show how much time has passed, and I'll let you know what Deku's been up to when I tell you that time has passed. You know, you know, you know. If you don't know now, you know. So anyway, sorry about rambling on, but this is it. You all may leave. Like if you like, subscribe if you wanna, and comment down below if you enjoyed or not. Throughout the video, I also ask you to comment down a lot, like the names and bunch of other stuff. But um, this one had to be long because yeah, yeah, and yeah. So see ya.